These bracelets were made to protect. They were made to secure. Grandma always says that these bracelets would keep me safe and away from the dangers of the world that we can't always see. I've never paid much attention to the words of guardianship she would mumble underneath her breath every time she tied the multicolored strings around my wrist. This time, she ended her breath with 3 knots on the end of the bracelet, a pat on my back, and assurance that things would be alright. She grabbed her big orange scissors and snipped away at the extra ends of my thick string bracelet to clip away all the bad luck. Being monk shaman is quite a unique experience. It can hike you up mountains and travel across valleys, but much like anything else, it is what you make of it. Growing up, I've never paid much attention to my religion or culture. I knew very little, if anything at all, about the monk culture and shamanism. This lifestyle still is just as confusing to me as it may be to you. In the shaman culture, we believe in spirits and our ancestors, and therefore, I live in a world where danger and sickness is always a potential. I've grown up cautious of evil, but I've also grown up questioning the lifestyle I was a part of. I've relied on my religion for safety, but I've never truly believed in it, never minding or appreciating the hard work of my grandmother. Not until one early summer night of 2012. I remember that night clearly, the heart-thumping, breathtaking fear that seized my physical body, thoughts that dictated my imagination and mind. It doesn't ever begin in slow motion, neither will it end that way. Sometimes when you think it's over, that's when it really begins. The pillow caressed my head, midnight summer breeze embraced my soul and carried it to faraway places. Grandma always offered safekeeping, but tonight proved otherwise. A ring studded in my ear, and I felt a presence in the room. Its energy wasn't evil, but it was not pure. My body was in deep hibernation, but my mind was wide awake. I could see every crack in my room. I could see every corner. At that point, the ringing became louder and stronger, even painful. From the stories I've heard growing up, it must have been instinct to get out of the room, but my body was so tired. It was so heavy. Sometimes I would try to convince myself to get up so much that I would dream about shifting my body from one side to the other. A pounding vibration traveled from my head to the rest of my body. It woke me up from my dream, and a heavy weight sat itself upon my chest. It numbed my jaw and crushed my throat. I couldn't breathe. Fear settled in as I quickly realized what it was that was holding me down. I was getting sat on by a spirit. I quickly shoved myself from my back onto my side, hoping that the weight would lift off, but instead it got even heavier. I battled with the presence for a time that felt infinite, but somehow I found the strength to lift my drowsy body onto my feet and safely walk from my room into the living room where the rest of my siblings were. My bed hair and sleepy eyes contradicted with the speed of my legs. My siblings stared bug-eyed at me in confusion and in fear. I also felt the same way. That night, I slept elsewhere. The following day, my grandma came over to my house to bless my room. She gave me medicine roots that would protect me. True to the belief, it has protected me. I no longer feel fear when I sleep at night, neither does the presence bother me anymore. I wanted to be protected, but I didn't believe. I wanted safety, yet I did not seek the way. I've learned from this experience that the faith and belief in the protection of my religion is only as strong as the faith and belief I have in my religion itself. This experience not only opened the door to a world of growth, self-identification, and learning, but it has also broadened my mind. Unless you seek knowledge, you will not know. Until you experience, you will not understand. I hope doors continue to open for me, for learning is lifelong.